With the Akagi Mountains as a backdrop, the Watarase River flows through the center of the city. It's conveniently located just 80 kilometers north of Tokyo and is home to 140,000 people. Today, we're in my adopted town of Ashikaga City in Tochigi Prefecture, and just behind me is the oldest school in Japan at almost 1,200 years old. So, let's go check it out. At the main gate, you'll see a sign that shows it's a Japan Heritage Site. This main gate is called Nyutokumon, named for the kanji for enter and virtue. After you enter, there's a sign that explains all of this. Ashikaga Gakko is closed every third Wednesday and during the New Year's holidays. To the right is where you pay and buy good luck charms and other souvenirs. And they have a variety of ink stamps if you collect those. Inside this building is a seating area, toilets, vending machines, and a scale model of Ashikaga Gakko. The massive ginkgo tree with its yellow leaves caught my eye. But don't miss the statue of Confucius, whose philosophies were taught here. And if you bought an Emma board, you hang that here. But don't forget to write your prayers or wishes on it. And this is called Gakkomon, which means school gate. So if you're into studying kanji, which is the Japanese-Chinese characters, you can notice the word Gakko. School is written with the old Chinese characters on the right. It's normally, in Japanese, it's a more simpler form of that. As we pass through the gate, you'll see several buildings. And there it is, the centerpiece of Ashikaga Gakko. So Ashikaga Gakko has several gates. This is the rear gate. Yeah, you can see the thatched roof. They just replaced this not too long ago. This building is the shuryo, or the student dorm. It's where they would study and sleep, and it's been restored to how it was in the mid-1700s. Now let's head into the main building. But at the entrance, there's something that looks like a sink. It's called Yuza no Ki. It's a Confucius tool that teaches self-discipline through balance and moderation. As we enter, we'll take off our shoes. And the first thing we see is one of the original signs that says Gakko, or school. After passing the Confucius statues, the floor becomes tatami. This area is called shoin, or the study area. The large study area looks out into the front garden that has a pond. As we pass through a corridor, we see a bamboo tree, but to the left is the north garden, which has another pond and more beautiful trees. The rest of this main building is set up like a museum. And oh, there's a picture of when the emperor visited here. Although the school fell into decline in the 1300s, in 1432, the Lord of Ashikaga worked to revive it. Tuition was free, and students became monks upon enrollment. At the entrance is the kitchen area, called the kuri. You can see different vessels used for cooking. As we head around the back side of the main building, we get a close-up view of the kayabuki ane, which is the thatched roof. And just in front of us is the kigoya, or the woodshed. Here they stored wood used for cooking, as well as everyday tools and food. The white building is called a dozo, which is a fireproof building used for storing valuables. As I walked around the grounds of Ashikaga Gakko, I felt incredibly lucky to have the place pretty much all to myself on this beautiful fall day. The path was lined with lanterns that had philosophical sayings written on them. And for just a few short weeks in November, these are all beautifully lit up at nighttime. But at the back of Ashikaga Gakko is one of the coolest things that some people might miss. It's the gravestone markers for the principals here. The wooden sign tells their names, where they were born, how many years they were in service, and what generation they were. And just past the bamboo garden is a very important part of Ashikaga Gakko. It's the library. After the Meiji Restoration, prefectures were established and the school was turned over to Tochigi Prefecture. But the prefecture attempted to sell the school's library, which put the building and books at risk of being scattered and lost. However, thanks to the efforts of a former Ashikaga samurai, the library was returned to the local area, and in 1903, it became Tochigi Prefecture's first public library. And in 1990, the buildings and gardens were restored to their most prosperous state in the mid-Edo period. And you definitely can't forget to visit the Confucian shrine here. Inside is the oldest wooden carved statue of Confucius in Japan, whose principles and teachings were taught here at Ashikaga Gakko. And next to him is a statue of Ono no Takamura, who some say is the founder of Ashikaga Gakko. And be sure to learn about the Kanafuru pine tree while you're here. As I took one last look around the grounds of Ashikaga Gakko, I couldn't help but appreciate the long history that Japan has and the efforts of the people that have worked to preserve this history. And if you do visit in November, be sure to check it out at nighttime when everything is lit up. And that's not all. Just up the street from Ashikaga Gakko is the Museum of Ashikaga History. The museum is completely free, and you can learn everything from Ashikaga's history in the textile industry, check out one of the best posters of a great view of Ashikaga, learn about the samurai history, Orihime Shrine, Bannaji Temple, and so much more. And there are plenty of free brochures of other things to do in Ashikaga. So how do you get here? The easiest way is to come to the JR Ashikaga station. When you walk out of the station, you'll find this sign that welcomes you to Ashikaga. And then this sign that shows you all the famous sights there are to see here. And just a 7-minute walk down this street, and you'll find the entrance that leads to the oldest school in Japan. And if you're coming by car, there's plenty of free parking behind the Taihei Kikan Tourist Center. When you go in the tourist center, there's a tourist information desk, plenty of brochures about the city, a cafe, and tons of souvenirs to choose from. Ashikaga Gakko is located just across the street from this tourist center, but if you take the sky bridge across, you can get a great view of the school. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing the oldest school in Japan, and be sure to come visit Ashikaga. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. See you guys next time.